You know that feeling when you look at your life on paper and everything looks fine? Good job, decent salary, a house with your name on it, a car that's newer than most of your friends, maybe even a retirement account you actually contribute to. By every standard definition, you're doing well. But then you check your actual bank account, and there's almost nothing there. And you think, where's all the money going? I make good money. I own things. I should feel wealthy by now. Here's the thing nobody tells you about the middle class. You can own a lot, earn decent money, check every box society told you to check, and still be one emergency away from financial disaster. That's not poverty, but it's not wealth either. It's something much more dangerous because it looks exactly like success from the outside. My name is David, and you're watching Dollar Horizon, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, wealth psychology, and why so many people who look financially successful are secretly one bad month away from crisis. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but your finances still feel fragile, hit subscribe and drop a like if this video ends up explaining something you felt but couldn't quite name. Meet Sarah, 38 years old, marketing manager. Household income of $87,000 a year. She owns a 3-bedroom home in the suburbs, drives a 2023 SUV, has a 401k, takes one vacation a year. Her kids are in after-school activities. She and her husband go out to dinner on weekends. From the outside, and honestly even from the inside, Sarah looks wealthy. Her neighbors think she's doing great. Her parents are proud. Her college friends assume she's comfortable. Her Instagram looks like someone who has figured it out. But here's Sarah's actual financial situation. Her home has $34,000 in equity after 6 years of mortgage payments. Her car has negative equity. She owes more than it's worth. Her 401k has $41,000 at age 38, roughly half of what it should be. Her emergency fund has $800, and her credit card carries a $6,400 balance she's been about to pay off for 2 years. Sarah isn't broke, but Sarah is not wealthy. Sarah is the middle-class wealth illusion, and she is everywhere. Here's what the wealth illusion actually is, and why it's so hard to escape. The middle class was built around a very specific set of purchases that signal success. A house, a car, a retirement account, nice clothes, dinner out, vacations. These things feel like wealth because for decades they were associated with wealth. The problem is that most of these things are not assets. They are liabilities dressed up as milestones. Your house feels like an asset, but in the early years of a mortgage, barely any of your payment builds equity. Most of it pays interest to the bank. Sarah has made 6 years of payments and has $34,000 to show for it, in a home that could drop in value, needs maintenance, and costs her property taxes and insurance every single month. Your car feels like an asset because you own it. It is not an asset. It is a rapidly depreciating object that loses value the moment you drive it off the lot and costs you insurance, gas, and maintenance on top of the payment. Your 401k is a real asset, but $41,000 at age 38, while better than nothing, puts Sarah dramatically behind where she needs to be to retire comfortably. The illusion of having a retirement account feels like security. The actual number tells a different story. This is the trap. Everything looks right. The boxes are checked, but the underlying math is quietly working against her. Let me show you what Sarah's financial picture actually looks like when you strip away the appearance. Net worth is the only number that actually tells the truth. It's everything you own minus everything you owe. Sarah's assets: home value $310,000, 401k $41,000, car value $24,000, savings $800, total $375,800. Sarah's liabilities: mortgage remaining $276,000, car loan $27,500, credit card $6,400, total $309,900. Real net worth $65,900 at 38 years old with a household income of $87,000 after years of doing everything right. And now here's what makes that number genuinely alarming. Fidelity recommends having 3 times your salary saved by age 40.
For Sarah, that's $261,000. She has $41,000. She is not behind by a little. She is behind by $220,000. And the reason isn't that she's irresponsible. It's that every dollar of income that could have gone to real wealth building has been quietly absorbed by the cost of maintaining the appearance of wealth. The house payment, the car payment, the credit card minimum, the insurance, the activities, the dinners, the vacation. None of those things are wrong individually. Together, they form a system that consumes income faster than it can become wealth. Here's the part that should genuinely concern you. The middle-class wealth illusion doesn't stay still, it compounds in the wrong direction. Because Sarah's lifestyle costs $6,800 per month to maintain, and her take-home is about $5,900, she fills the gap with credit, slowly, quietly, a few $100s here. The card balance creeps up, the emergency fund never grows, and every unexpected expense, a medical bill, a car repair, a roof issue, goes straight onto debt because there's nothing in reserve. Meanwhile, the 401k grows slowly, but not fast enough to outpace the debt accumulation on the other side. The illusion is that things are stable. The reality is that the gap between income and lifestyle is being funded by borrowed money, and that gap doesn't close on its own. A 2024 Lending Club report found that 65% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, including 45% of people earning over $100,000 a year. Let that sink in. Nearly half of six-figure earners are one paycheck away from not making their bills. That's the wealth illusion at scale. So what actually breaks the illusion? Because Sarah isn't hopeless, she just needs to see the real picture clearly. There are 3 shifts that change everything. First, net worth tracking. Stop measuring your financial health by what you own and start measuring it by what you actually keep. Calculate your real net worth every single month. Write it down. Watch the number. It will change every decision you make because you can't ignore a number you're tracking. Second, liability audit. Look at every monthly payment you make and ask one question. Is this building my net worth or draining it? The mortgage is complicated, we covered that. But the car loan on a depreciating asset, the credit card carrying a balance, those are pure net worth destroyers. Attack them in order of interest rate, highest first. Third, the 1% rule. Every time you get a raise, a bonus, or any income increase, before lifestyle touches it, send at least 1% more of your income to net worth building, not to spending, not to upgrading, straight to debt payoff or investments. Start at 1% and increase it every 6 months. It's small enough that you won't feel it. Over 5 years, it is transformational. Sarah is going to be fine. Once she saw the real net worth number, $65,900, something clicked. Not panic, clarity. She stopped adding to the credit card. She started tracking net worth monthly. She redirected her next raise using the 1% rule. 18 months later, her net worth had grown by $31,000, more than in the previous 6 years combined. Same income, same house, same life, just a different relationship with the numbers underneath it. Here's what I'd leave you with. Wealth is not what you own. Wealth is not what you earn. Wealth is the gap between what comes in and what goes out, multiplied by time. The middle-class wealth illusion is convincing because it looks real. The house is real. The car is real. The job is real. But the financial security those things are supposed to represent, that part has to be built deliberately. Because the appearance of wealth and actual wealth are not the same thing. And the only way to tell the difference is to look at the real number. Start looking today.